Today we're going to be reviewing and comparing every single Razer BlackShark headset. And if at any point during the video you want to check out any of these Razer headsets, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links, but let's get into it. Alright, but starting off with the Razer BlackShark V2 X's, these come in at a price tag of $54.99. The build quality here is fantastic for the price point. You get a leather top band, which is really nice and cushioning. You get metal helicopter style adjustments that in the past have had issues, but in my experience, I haven't had any problems with adjustments failing over time. You get single plastic shells for the ear cups with the leather exterior muffs with the fabric interior. And for the price, this is my favorite build quality of any of the Razer budget headsets. So it's really good. It also looks probably the coolest, and I think the BlackSharks are maybe some of my favorite looking headsets of all time. Now, sound quality is quite good out of the box. While the bass isn't super heavy, it is pretty good considering the price points. Trebles definitely have some muddiness to them, but the overall quality of sound is again very good for the price. Sound quality comparatively is very similar to the Kraken V2 X's, but significantly better tuned for trebles, with no overboosted high frequencies, which the V2 X's did have. Now again, you can go in and Razer and you can tune that, but out of the box, the V2 X's are just better, and that is the BlackShark. Now, judging exclusively on sound quality between the BlackShark V2 X and the Kraken V2 X, I would pick the BlackShark X's 10 out of 10 times. In-game directional sound is very good on the V2 X's. It's easy to find enemies and hear where sounds are coming from, but not as good as the BlackShark V2s that have a crisper sound profile, making it just a little bit easier for those smaller sounds to come out. If you want the most competitive advantage directionally and in-game, the step up from this, which is the BlackShark V2s, will be a little bit better. Although for the price, this is really good. Now as for controls, on the left ear cup, there is a volume wheel with nice tactile bumps, then a pop in and pop out button for the mic mute on and off. For connectivity, this uses a non-detachable, vibrant green cable. I have the USB version, but you can also get this with a 3.5mm jack for consoles. As for comfort, on the V2 X's, it is awesome. It doesn't press too hard against your head, and it balances the weight really, really well. Not to mention that this is not a very heavy headset at all, and comfort here is just not going to be a problem. Mic quality on the V2 X's is actually surprisingly good. Especially for the price point, it's decent and definitely better than you would expect, considering a mid $50 price point, but take a listen for yourself.
Check, check, check. This is the mic test of the Razer BlackShark V2 X.
And that is how it sounds. But as for compatibility, this is compatible with PC, Mac, Switch, PlayStation, and also Xbox if you have that 3.5mm version. But with that, let's move on to the BlackShark V2s. These come in at a price tag of $99.99. Build quality here with the V2s bumps it up from the X's while still maintaining that cool helicopter headset design. Leather here is on the outer top band with fabric on the inner, with very cool stitching along that top band, making it look very, very premium. This is an awesome look. The plastic ear cups here are two-piece with a green Razer logo, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. And those metal cables, same kind of adjustable style there. This also gets fabric earmuffs here, which I do really, really like for that heat. Now, sound quality here is tuned better out of the box than the Kraken V2 Hypersenses, giving you slightly better tuned trebles and bass. However, they use the same overall drivers, and at the end of the day, after an EQ tune in Synapse, these can be just as good as each other. But yeah, it's not always obvious, so the Kraken V2 Hypersenses and the BlackShark V2s basically gonna be the same sound quality. Or actually, yeah, the exact same sound quality. In game, the V2s absolutely crush because of their drivers. You really pick up those small sounds that are insignificant on most other headsets. This makes for a great competitive advantage in FPS games especially. As for controls, on the left ear cup, there is a volume dial that's very big, which is kind of like, I mean, it's just awesome. Then on the back, there is a mic mute switch and a detachable mic. As for connectivity, this is wired with a non-detachable 3.5mm cable and also comes with a USB sound card for your PC. So that is really nice. Now, comfort on the V2s is the best out of the BlackShark lineup. They're barely noticeably heavier than the V2 X's, and they have softer earmuffs and slightly better headband, making for a really, really enjoyable, comfortable headset for long periods of time. However, the entire BlackShark lineup is really, really good and probably my favorite comfort-wise. That's really tough because, like I said, all of the Razer headsets seem to be quite good with comfort. Now, mic quality on the V2s is honestly pretty good. It's definitely a step up from the V2 X's, and overall sounds, I think, really good, but take a listen for yourself.
Check, check, check. This is the mic test of the Razer BlackShark V2.
And that is how it sounds. As for compatibility, this is compatible with PC, Mac, Switch, PlayStation, and also Xbox. But with that, let's move on to the Razer BlackShark V2 Pros, coming in at a price tag of $199.99. That's a lot of money. The build quality maintains the headband from the V2s with that awesome stitching. Although the fabric earmuffs stay the same fabric, the foam inside changes to a nicer, higher quality foam that's just a little bit softer, and I really do appreciate that. The plastic shell also changes slightly, becoming slightly wider and bigger, probably to accommodate like the battery and everything else. Sound quality out of the box leaves something to be desired. While it is good, it's not as good as the BlackShark V2s and definitely needs some EQ tuning in Synapse. When compared to the Kraken V3 Pro HyperSense, the HyperSense is tuned basically perfectly out of the box, not to mention that the Kraken also has that haptic HyperSense for the same price of $200. So you're really deciding between the haptics on the Kraken or the fantastic mic on the V2 Pros, which we'll get into. The BlackSharks have the best mics of any of the Razer headsets in like a lineup. So in-game, these are as good as the Kraken V3 Pro HyperSenses, especially after being slightly EQ tuned. Now as for controls, on the outside of the left ear cup, you get that awesome volume knob, which is great and honestly so freaking nice. It's so easy to find. Then there is a mic mute button, a power button, a USB Type-C for charging, a detachable mic. Then on the right side, you have a button to toggle between different EQ presets, as well as switch between Bluetooth and 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle. Now for connectivity, this has Bluetooth, so you can use this with your phone or whatever else, as well as a 2.4 gigahertz USB dongle. It will also stay connected to Bluetooth when using the dongle, so you can easily switch between Bluetooth and the dongle. However, they cannot be used simultaneously. As for battery life, this is advertised at 70 hours of battery life, which is pretty accurate after testing. Now, comfort on the Pros is super comfortable. Like I said, the V2s are just a little bit more comfortable because they're slightly lighter. These are heavier, and while the earmuffs are better, just the heaviness is not quite as nice as the V2s, but we're honestly splitting hairs here. It is really, really good across the board. And even with glasses, long gaming sessions, there's no fatigue. Now, mic quality on the BlackShark V2s is the whole reason that you're gonna wanna get this headset over something like the Kraken V3 Pro HyperSenses. This is the single best mic Razer has ever put on a headset. It is absolutely fantastic. And I think maybe the single best mic we've ever tested, like regardless on this channel. Don't take my word for it, take a listen to the mic test.
Check, check, check. This is the mic test of the Razer BlackShark V2 Pros. God darn, does that sound good. This is a very, very good microphone. We love it.
And that is how it sounds. As for compatibility, it's compatible with PC, Mac, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch wirelessly, and then iOS and Android with Bluetooth. Take a listen to the back-to-back mic tests of all the headsets.
Check, check, check. This is the mic test of the Razer BlackShark V2 X.
Check, check, check. This is the mic test of the Razer BlackShark V2.
Check, check, check. This is the mic test of the Razer BlackShark V2 Pros.
Again, if you want to check out this exact same product, there's Amazon links below for the US, UK, Canada, and international links. And if you want to check out my main channel with longer form content, you can check that out right here. But this is a consumer tech review, high speed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.